All right. Welcome back, everyone, to A Programmer Plays Axiom Verge 2. In our previous episode, we hacked the mainframe. We managed to make it into this god factory and hacked a device, and that seems to have opened some doors for us. So I'm excited to see, well, this door's not open. Immediately thwarted. I'm excited to see where all we can get now that we've done that. I never walked through here. Alright. Oh boy, they're getting longer. So, right, left, left, right, down, up, up, down. That was easy. Royal Ring. Royal Dagger fires projectiles when you are at full health. Ah, fun. So kind of a classic Zelda sort of situation. Let's go back to here, and we'll curve around to where we were before when I realized how long the previous recording was getting. But yeah, exciting times. Oh, was the ground lit up like that previously? I think maybe turning on, hacking the power, turned on more systems than I realized. It's hard to tell since, you know, us getting the dark vision ring does kind of play with your memories a little bit. I do love the way that that's chainable. Like that feels good. Just bounce, 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 bounce. So. Kind of hoping that would do more damage than it did. Fool. Alright, we're gonna have to pop another one. So that, there we go. There we go. Really, that didn't kill you. There we go. Beware the pattern mind. You must flee. Wielders, if you have not done so, hide your arms. Those few that can cross the storms. It is said that the pattern minds derive their power from Ansur. Our only hope now is that we can survive long enough to regroup another day. So, do we think that Lamassu is one of these pattern minds? I know that we're supposed to go over there, but there we go. Finally. You know what? Sure. Whoa! Why do they kind of make me think of, they kind of remind me of, I'm blanking, for some reason I'm blanking on the carnivorous plants. You guys know what I'm talking about. Son of a biscuit. Alright, that's gonna be, yes, nice. Damage reduction, hell yeah. Send me on back. Wielder, it is I, the Lama Su. I haven't located Amashalama yet. Nevertheless, I feel I am forced to trust you. In the chamber to the right is the lost Siuna. It's the only one of its kind not locked away upstream. You can find a way inside. It will help you defeat Amashalama. Alright. Dr. Gloria at IT again. March 12th, 2066. Dr. Gloria is under fire again for a recent interview with Indra Chaudhary that critics are calling exploitative and sensationalist. After leading with relatively innocuous questions regarding her interest in Shakespeare, Dr. Gloria seemed to goad Chaudhary into making erratic statements about her daughter Samara. We're estranged. We haven't spoken in several years, and that's all I'm going to say. She was shown on camera refusing medication offered by a mental health professional. Chaudhary, for her part, is responding with typical flair, filing a $500 million defamation lawsuit against the parent company Buttress Media Incorporated. Alright, so we're on some kind of medication that we're maybe not taking. That's not usually a good sign. Whoa. Mark some of these places. So there's one there, and there was also one in one of the other rooms. I've already managed to forget. Gosh, my memory is just trash right now. Ooh, we can hook shot onto them. effect telling us that we're freezing, or... More skill points, hell yeah. I wasn't sure if this was going to be like acid that would instantly kill me or not. Yeah, that's that shortcut open. Okay. Interesting. Also, I am noticing the pipe on the left. Which I suspect is a traversal pipe. Alright, cool. Gotta stop. Face the beginning. We're really going the distance here. Alright, and that finally crosses that distance. Interesting. Like, we just covered like half the map right there. Alright, so let's... really have a better... Like, I want to get back to there and see what we can do. I'll just run back, it's fine. I kind of suspect that because I stupidly overlooked the boomerang spot, I've really like kind of undermined this moment in the game because I've done so much like exploring around, like poking, like filling out every possible route. that a lot of this doesn't actually really, like, I don't need these shortcuts. They would have been really useful an hour or two ago, but then I just, like, did without them because I forgot that I could, you know, do the thing. Alright, so we need to be able to get over there. That makes me suspicious that maybe there is a, like, portal over there that I haven't located yet. Alright, let's go back down here. We'll go the other way. But yeah, does that make sense? Hopefully that thought is coherent. Because I did so much running around the hard way, those shortcuts don't actually matter as much because I've found the stuff that I would otherwise be finding because of the shortcuts. Cool. Something that is slightly surprising in this game is that we don't have, as far as I can tell, and I might be just overlooking it, but we don't have a bestiary. Which feels like a missed opportunity. Like, I know that that's like my soapbox, is every Metroidvania should have a bestiary, but like, every Metroidvania should have a bestiary. So here we go. All right. Alright, so let's choose where we want to spawn. I'm going to say here. Oh, nice. Don't think there's anything that I need from down here. Oh, actually, yes. I want that. Thank you very much. Cool. Now we can just hop back over. Trying to avoid that. Big boss robot? Let's go take another closer look. My first thought was big. Oh, yep. Okay. Loud. I feel like I didn't give him a chance to show all of his moves, which, again, it has been a little bit of a pain point, but change and I didn't notice? Goodbye to whoever finds this. If this is the end, then it's time I pass on what I know. It all starts with Dr. Eschenbrenner, who first discovered the breach and was traveling to alternate realities before Hammond Core was even formed. His greatest fear was the technologies of the world stream would prove too dangerous and destructive for Earth, and he implored me to keep it a secret until he could discover exactly what had happened at the root. Though I doubted him at first, the more I learned, the more inclined I was to agree. The Apocalypse arms alone could be catastrophic to our world. It has now been decades since he left Earth. I had mounted this latest expedition to try and follow, but since I am not a pattern mind, the hurdles are great. For what it's worth, my next step was to find a device called a scry, possibly something in the filter. This, taken with a piece of his DNA, would be able to find his exact location. Clearly, there's something gravely amiss here, the barriers between worlds slowly degenerating, and no apparent attempts being made to correct course. We must do something. E.H. Hammond. We can't get out that way. That's slightly a surprise. Also can't get out that way. Do I have to... I think I have to fast travel out of here. I think I've accidentally trapped myself. That's easy enough to rectify. I'll have to check my VOD for if my sprite here palette swapped when I got the nanocell lattice. That feels like the most likely answer to me. Yeah, that effectively traps me over there without that ability. So let's go here and see what we can find up to the right. I like that the effect there really is made up of our pixels. Right, so I'll work that. So noisy. I'm missing something. I'm overlooking some way that we can get through this. be related to that? That feels pretty unlikely, but at this point I'm willing to try it. Wait a second. Ah, okay. Pop over to here, and then we do a little zippity zappity into the other world, see if we can find anything. Alright, cool. So this is solid. Surprised that didn't work. It feels like that ought to break that, you know? See if I can't be a little cheeky with this. Okay, so that's solid. That's where we need to go, but we need an ability to get through there, which could be anywhere. Could be. Probably isn't. I mean, obviously it isn't anywhere. Could be a bunch of places, though. I've got a few ideas. Because if we go here, that's like outside. Alright, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. So we've got left is the only instruction we're getting. We'll set a reminder there. busy looking at the other world. Cool. Let's actually... Yeah, we've got loads of points. Might as well invest in that. Sure. We're very much in the investing points into things that I think I will eventually use a little bit phase of things. Sagiga on the world stream. With the help of Malka, I have been going through the Sagiga's own records, trying to find anything of note about the technology they used. It's difficult work, made harder by the fact that they intentionally destroyed a lot of their own accounts, ostensibly to keep anyone else from reproducing their work. So, my understanding is fragmented, but there is one point that seems to keep coming up. They reference the multiple worlds as being the fruit of a tree. I initially took this to be purely figurative, but they often mention parts of the structure, such as the Spadex or Ansur, as if they are locations one can visit. I haven't seen mentions of parts like the roots or leaves in this context, but it makes me wonder just how far the metaphor carries. Anime. Hey, leave off. Alright, so that's that filled in. Unfortunately, does not help us. Cool. I'm glad to have the map filled in, but does not answer our questions. I don't remember why I didn't go this way. Because there's a grate, yes. Alright, let's try for this door down here. I'll be honest, I was kind of expecting to be spending all my time in this section. You know, as like a little Zelda-y dungeon kind of episode. I'm fine that we're not doing that. It's just, I don't know, for some reason that was kind of the vibe I was getting. Okay, so there's a grate here. Shit. It's a little bit of a problem. We'll try poking around over here. See if we can find anything. Yeah, because we really did not spend much time in here. Definitely stuff up there. Alright, let's see. If I go here and then go down, will I have a better time? Ah. Bam. Blam. Ah, demolition has destroyed 500 box and crates. Guess we could have gotten that one a while ago. I did not need to be using the explosion power for this. Oops. Can I do it one more time? Damn. That block looks so shake-looseable, you know? We're gonna come right back. Now with 450 energy. You know, I think I've just now realized what the little thing in the bottom left-hand corner is. I haven't really paid much attention to it, but the little donut there, I think that is like a representation of the world state. Like that's the torus. Alright, so if I do this, really, that block looks so fall down a bowl. Fortunately, we're looking pretty solid over here. I wonder if I kind of want to go back, see if I can get back into the realm that we were in previously. Because there were other doors that we didn't really go through. So, down a level, right. Nope, it does not want to let me back in. Interesting. Okay, shit. Still got whatever's going on with this guy. Still got whatever's going on with this little arrow. Maybe it's just a hold? Don't remember what the deal is with this one. Let's go find out. Okay, I think I just got it and forgot to take it off the map. Seriously, it's too much noise. It is playing the same beep every time I move a single square it's too much. Game devs, we need to calm down a little bit. This feels like I should be able to make this jump, you know? Not quite there. Some way to get through these grates. This way, blocked by a grate. This way, I don't think we've got enough ups. Same story here. Could be wrong about that though. So maybe we go through the process of going up here, and clinging to the outside, and then try that again. That's a very long way to go for what is a pretty small chance of being our problem. This blocked by a grate. This, I think we have to go through the grate in order to get there. Oh, that's... why haven't we been there? That would be quite the detour for the game to be like, alright, go find this ability. I've seen crazier things. I do wish I could just... it's something I have to open from the other side. I think they see how, like... I'm starting to think that this actually is a bigger deal than I thought. Alright, past the helicopter. Are we really full? Huh. Alright, so note to self, there's an easier way to get here than what I've been doing. Huh. There's a hole there, but like, how the hell do you get into the hole? Gonna try swinging around. I don't really see a way that I can make it work. Like, I can make the portal manifest, but I can't draw it to me fast enough to actually do anything with it. Sue, you got anything to say about all this? No? I'm gonna pop over here and take a gander to the left. I do not have high hopes, but pop over and just see. Maybe there's a thing overlooking. I don't know, chat. We're hitting that same problem we had before. We're just out of ideas. Man, that sucks, because at the beginning of this episode, I was like, man, we are making great headway. We're covering so much ground. But unfortunately, all of the ground we covered, like, it didn't really feel like it changed that much. We haven't been in here for a long time. I don't really know that I think it's gonna have anything for us, but the emergence. If you know anything else that can help me, perhaps sometime we found an urn of nanotech that was of no use to us, but maybe it can help you. We left it in one of the chambers above us, if I remember correctly. Alright. That's very useful, thank you. Alright, I don't think we were able to do this before, so that's something. Is it what I want? No. But, you know, still something. Aha! This feels like we're getting into the forbidden knowledge. You know what? While I'm thinking about it. So we've maxed out this. We've maxed out this. So now it's a question of just like, what do we want to lean on, combat or drone? I mean, drone definitely makes more sense. Even though I don't really feel like the slingshot needs to be faster. Wait. Hold up. Okay, well, that's something that doesn't really help me. Okay, so if I use Halam here, it puts me back in the emergence, which is interesting. Because if I use this, it puts me back here. And if I were to walk over to here and use emergence, I would be back in the normal overworld. Interesting. Not that helpful, but interesting. I mean, we've at least like ticked off like, okay, this way is done. Interesting that how little, like, around Lamasu, there's very little, you know, play with the portals and stuff. Can I? So if we go here, then we do this. So I can't do what I was thinking because there's just nothing there for me to do it with. That's okay. Can't do that there. Interesting also that this section has so few portals. I feel like I'm missing something important here. I don't see what or how. So if we switch over to the real world, air quotes, go to about here, we see that the symbol is up. unfortunately, just pressing up, holding up does nothing. There's gotta be something more to it. Well, shit. I find myself thwarted. A little frustrated, too. I don't want to look it up. I don't want to look up how to get through the grates. But I also don't really want to spend like a ton of time looking anymore. Because we've already... It feels like I've really wrecked this game's pacing. In general, I feel like this game's been pretty solid with the pacing, you know? Like, it's been pretty on point, but then, like, I overlook something and just wreck it, and that's unfortunate. I don't like that. I feel like I'm doing the game a disservice. But at the same time, I'm just like, well, if I miss it, and the game doesn't help me get back on track, then... You know, we gotta meet each other halfway here. This is why I was talking yesterday, all philosophical about how Metroidvanias will add NPCs which talk to you and point you in the right direction. This is why. This is exactly why. Getting reminders saying like, oh, you should go to this place, because players don't like feeling like they don't know where to go or what to do. So I'll have a little thinky in between now and recording the next episode. See if I can come up with any ideas, because obviously we still have some like blank spots, this spot and this spot, but we're pretty full on the map. Big picture, we're quite full on the map. Let's see what our percentage is. Yeah, 95% on the map. So next episode, probably the last episode? I don't know, I say that, but item is only at 81%. I'm not entirely sure what to think there. But I'll figure it out. YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!